Just running some research vids through. I'm running around, talking to Patrick a little bit about the series, talking to anybody else that might come along. Now I noticed that now that I'm over at the Miguel Everyone channel, I only have 2 subscribers, Patrick and no, 3 actually. No, maybe one of them might have dropped out. So Patrick, Rick from A Tripping Sponge, myself is 2 of my characters, I think, right? Yeah, because I'm in there. So no, maybe I think that what's his name left. I think Denny might have left, because Denny from it's just Denny, whatever. I don't remember his fucking name. Oh yeah. No, I don't remember. People always have these really long channel names, and I never remember the channel names. But anyways, I think Denny might have left because I only have 5 subs. So I know Rick from A Tripping Sponge is still on there. I know that Patrick's on there, and I know I'm on there at least twice. Oh, maybe Denny is still on there then. Bad math. So I think that's really cool. You know, because I have 50 subs over at the other channel, and I was wondering about that. Now I'm sure that at least 10, if they're real people, if 10 of the new people that came in and subbed to the Michael Oziak channel, if they're real people, it's going to take them time, man. It's going to take them some time to deal with what they're looking at and then go and confirm it for themselves. And kind of like what Patrick's trying to do right now is, you know, seeing, all right, you know, I've been fucked with for the last few years on everything out there, you know, on the Awakening. So let's make sure that this asshole Mike Oziak's not fucking another bullshitter, you know. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to show you it's not bullshit. You can see all this for yourselves. I'm not bringing you the evidence just like anybody else. I don't bring you the evidence and say, believe this evidence that I'm giving you. No, I'm just giving you the evidence to show you how easy it all is to gather and how easy it is to see. And then watching everybody denial and run from the truth is amazing to watch. It's really a pretty cool experiment. Filters. Who's grabbing filters? Who's mounting a camera on their dash and doing videos? The reason why a 30-minute video of the clouds or stones or anything like that is better, because it's more to look at. It's just showing how easy it all is, you know. That's one of the reasons why I didn't want Whispery's Heart of Stone to be, you know, something major, because it's no different than every other fucking stone, you know. Which, that's right, I wanted to go find some stones today. I'm gonna go look around and see what I got find for some stones. Because I want to give Patrick, I want to give you that too. Instead of doing that stone outside my house, I want to do manageable stones that I can just pick up from a quarry, or I can just pick up somewhere and bring them home with me, some decent sized ones, so that we can go in on them and look around at them. And Patrick was saying about the culture. I'm very interested in knowing that as well. I want to know a lot of different things about why certain images, like, all right, when you start learning about the nanocarbon, you start seeing what I'm always talking about, the colors, right? The colors. It's not a theory. You'll actually see what I'm saying about the darker colors are the ones that are pushing and pulling. They're the movers. I call them the movers. It's because when I see the darker color nanos, they're the ones that are doing all the moving. And then the lighter colors, the whiter colors, they're the ones that are cutting. And that's exactly what they do everywhere. The clouds, the rocks, the stones, the water, you know, everything, the ice, the fucking everything, the bushes, the trees. So it is pretty interesting to watch, you know, watch it happen and see how it goes, which we haven't even gotten into any of that really yet. I'm just still trying to get you the gist of collecting the imagery, you're able to see some of the nano in the transparent state. But once you have some time, then watching the EMNC build is a pretty cool and very important thing to recognizing all this and what's going on. So that's why I wanted you to remaster that video at 43 seconds on your video. Once you start doing that, you'll start getting a handle on pressing pause and play, and when you hit play, you'll be like, oh, I see what the fuck he's talking about, because you can see them building. The darker heavy metals are pushing and pulling, the darker nano pushing and pulling. They're the movers. They move everything else into place. For me, the reason why I want others to be involved, obviously because I'm all alone, so I want others to be involved so we can move this forward rather than just let it sit. I'm not going to let it sit. It's just ridiculous to let it sit. You know, I got 30 years left here in this, you know, in this shell. So I don't want to waste fucking 30 years doing stupid shit that people aren't going to be able to figure out and see for themselves, and it's just going to be a waste of my time, and you know, everybody hates me, and you know, it's, you know, I don't mind that part, but the other part about not getting anywhere with it, fuck that. I want it to be worth my while. So I keep trying to come up with clever ways of getting this through to people. The best way is just for everybody to just look and see with their eyes, see it for themselves. And that's not easy to fucking do. What am I gonna do here? Do I need anything? Yeah, and I mean, there's so much more that I would love to get into, like all the other creatures that are not represented in the imagery. You know, knowing why. There's some really big shit that's gonna come down to the answers of all that. And it's, you know it is. You know it is. Anybody that's got their eyes on this and anybody that's able to see this, you gotta be thinking that. I have been right from the beginning. There's going to be something fucking huge that's going to pop out of all that once everybody starts looking. But one person looking on this entire earth, I mean, come on, man. He's never going to fucking get anywhere. Others have to wake up. Others have to eventually start waking up to all this. I don't know when. I mean, I'm going through. I'm going to start. I'm working on my remaster again later tonight, probably. And I'll throw, you know, 5 videos up a day that whatever I can get up on the remasters and stuff like that. But it's, you know, it's an emotional roller coaster. You know, I'm looking at, I'm patting myself on the back and saying, "Nah, man, you're doing a good job." Because if I was someone who was just coming to this and I just found this channel, I'd be like, holy fuck, man, is this guy for real? Let me go look. And then I would go look for myself and I would see it. Because I definitely see everything. Everything's clear as day. The imagery, when I'm showing it, when I'm doing the remasters, I see it all coming through. I'm adding the filters to give you contrast so that, and then I back off on certain filters because it looks too much like plasma. So, you know, you're looking at this plasma screen effect that happens. So I pull off a couple filters, and so I'm doing every fucking thing I possibly can. At the same time, anybody that does come to it tries bringing it back down to, as usual, government conspiracies, religious conspiracies, all this conspiracy bullshit. And I don't want that. I'm getting away from that. How do I do it? I say, no. Because you know what? It's in the ice. It's in the snow. It's in the fucking snowbanks. It's in our skin. It's in every fucking creature that you want to pull aside. I can look up their ass and I can tell you from top to bottom, these fucking, nanocarbon are everywhere. The Metellus is fucking huge, man. I mean, I should be even more on the Metellus even than I am, but I'm not getting anywhere with it. Nobody's gonna accept it. I mean, I found so much shit with the Metellus. It's fucking really unbelievable. Provable shit. Everything from venereal diseases, chlamydia, tracking back their cousins, the lice, tracking back to one of their cousins. Lice is only one of the Metellus cousins, and you have head lice and pubic lice, right? Okay, so the head lice and pubic lice, the way I even came onto a lot of this stuff was because I was experimenting with different shit, and what I realized was that the larvae killers, you could use the larvae killers of the tick larvae killers or the head lice larvae killers, or you can use it for the crabs larvae killers. You know, any of those larvae killers, pubic lice, head lice, all that kind of shit, the larvae killers that are in those, it's unbelievable. So when you start tracking that back, you start realizing, oh shit, yeah, man. So looking back in my history, I'm looking at a lot of different shit that when I was younger, I went through medically, and they gave me some medicine for one thing or another. They told me it was gone, and it wasn't really gone. Not until only in the last couple of years has it all been gone. So I've been carrying all this different shit, carrying it for, who knows, all different times. 25 years, 40 years, depending on, what it was. And I've been carrying it all. Because I'll tell you what, people, my wife is a nurse, and I cannot impress her, but I am thoroughly impressed myself, because the fucking wrinkles, I'm looking at my eyes in the mirror now, the wrinkles around my eyes are going away by the week. That little dot of Morgellons that was there is almost fucking gone. I'm picking at it right now. I'm trying to feel it. That one's almost fucking gone. The darkness around my eyes goes away more and more every week, but not many people can do what I did. I mean, you're talking about. See, I fucked up the process. I fucked up the process because I didn't know what it was doing, and I didn't know exactly what was going on. So for the first 6 months, I was treating what I thought might have been fleas or what were the other ones there? Those fly ones there, the gnats. Gnats and fleas or something of that nature is what we thought was going on. And then as time went on, I ran into the coconut oil thing for the fleas. That was originally what I went to the coconut oil for. And so it was 6 months into it before I hit that coconut oil. Then once I started hitting the coconut oil, I realized, holy shit, it works. But then I backed off of it because doing the coconut oil baths really sucks. It's a pain in the ass. Especially you have to do them head to toe, and you cannot stop. You got to keep doing it. And it's aggravating, and it sucks doing it and everything like that. So that went on for another few months, maybe 3-4 months or something like that. Then, throughout that 3-4 months, you keep thinking that it's all gone, so you stop. Even for a day or two. If you stop for a day or two, you're fucked up. Because what you're doing is you're allowing the thousands upon thousands of larvae to go ahead and hatch. And then once those larvae all hatch, then it just causes havoc all over your fucking body again, and you have to start all over again. It's a constant fucking battle. You have to keep on it, and you have to go through it right to the end. And I made that mistake of starting and stopping, I don't know, at least fucking 15, 20 times. And then when I thought it was all over again, all of a sudden I was doing the Tripping Sponge series, and people were talking about it. I heard some people talking about it, and I went to someone's channel, and they had it on their channel, and I was like, oh shit, I see some people have some interest in this. I know a little bit about this shit. Let's go look into it a little more. And That was the only reason. And then once I started reapplying the coconut oil and the new mixtures that I was coming up with, the new recipe, it was fucking unbelievable. I thought it was all fucking done. And then all of a sudden my eyes, I started crying out that fucking salt in my eyes. And then right now, in the last 2 days, I got another bubble. It's a big one. I could turn the camera on and show it, but I'm so sick of fucking trying to help people with the Metellus that I'm not even gonna fucking bother, because it doesn't seem to be. I want to stick to the EMNC. I'm not even gonna fucking bother. Everybody's in denial about what's going on anyway, so fuck them. But as far as I go, I see it now very clearly. So anyways, I got this bubble. It's about I don't know, maybe an eighth of an inch. I'll call it a triangle. It's actually a circle. It's a circle, a round bubble. But I know what it is now, because I've seen all the tiny, tiny little bubbles. And I also know it's nano. Well, the last ones were anyway. Because when I cried them out, when they tear out of my eyes, they feel like fucking granulates of salt coming out of through your eyelids. It's fucking horrible feeling. And painful. And scary, because you've never done it before, so you're not going to know what the fuck to expect from it. So now that I've done it 4 or 5 times already now. I just let it fucking drizzle right through my eyes. I do my whole body, head to toe, but my eyes are the place where I'm mostly affected right now. That's where I'm still having the problem. Obviously, because I still got the Morgellon fiber still right here on my face. So obviously there's still something going on around my eyes. So I'm watching that closely, that tiny little dot. And I'm also watching everything else around my eyes go away. All the wrinkles, the fucking dark lines, the fucking crow's feet are fucking less and less. It's amazing to me, man. I cannot believe it. So to say that I found the key to the aging process is not an exaggeration. It's fucking true, man. It's 100% fucking provable. But who's going to go and do what I've been doing for the last couple of years in order to find this out? Who's going to go through the trouble? Nobody. Going to go to the fucking doctors, medical industry. He's going to give you something that's going to feed the Metellus. You feed the Metellus, and the Metellus will not fucking bother you. You won't even realize that you have it. It doesn't kill him. It just feeds him. Because really, I mean, I've got another 6 to 8 hours of information that I've just learned over the last couple months about the Metellus, and it's a lot. There's a lot to it, and I can track it down every fucking road of every sickness and ailment there is. For me to go out and say that it's the cause of every ailment and sickness, that was not a very I wasn't stretching it very far, because the EMNC is the one that seems to be affecting the electrical system, and the Metellus is the one that's affecting our bio. So by using these nanos in any which way, whoever the slave masters are, whoever the bio slave masters are, I should say, they know this, and they work us like motherfucker on all this. It's funny. And I guess really, all in all, the slave masters are us. We all do this shit, you know? Looks like my lens slipped a little bit from driving, so let's do this. Yeah, so I'm going to step away from the Metellus at this point. I've just been getting crank calls and stuff like that. I put my phone number out there because I figured it's going to be embarrassing to people to talk about it and stuff like that if they end up with this situation. So maybe that's why, and stuff like that. But nah, they were all just crank calls. Even the people that were calling and hanging up, and then I tried calling them back and stuff, never heard back from them. Texting them, never heard back. And then the rest of them were all just, spam calls and crank calls and shit. Useless shit. So yeah, hopefully the Michael Oziak channel will stand for a couple more months, and then give me a chance to do everything that I want to do to get all my videos transferred, remastered, whatever. And then it'll also give all the new subs, anybody that comes that's new, give them a chance to absorb what they're seeing. I'll put it out there if anybody new does come along and come to these videos. Be happy to do series 2 the same way I've been doing to everybody else, and I'll put the offer out there to anybody